We've all been there. You meet someone new, or maybe someone you kind of know. After the usual, "Hey, how are you?" come the same old questions. What do you do? What are you up to? And after a few minutes of small talk, that painful silence hits. I'm sure you've been through it countless times, not just at work, maybe when you run into a cousin you haven't seen in years at a wedding, or when you start chatting with a stranger at a cafe. But what if you never ran out of things to say? What if the conversation never got awkward? Is that even possible? The truth is, almost all of us have some level of social anxiety. That's what causes those tense moments. Some people feel it a little, some a lot. At first, you might blame yourself. You might think you're shy or socially awkward. But notice this: when you're around people you feel close to, you're probably the complete opposite: social, relaxed, confident. So here's the question: how is that possible? The problem isn't confidence, it's skill. I just hadn't learned the art of small talk. Because yes, it's an art. Like playing an instrument or writing poetry. Talking to people is a skill you can develop. Through trial and error, and by observing people who were better at it than me, I realized there are only 3 things you need to learn. If you apply them, you'll never run out of things to say. And you can start right now. The first method: ask the right questions. When someone says, "I'm playing football this weekend," you've got 2 choices. You can just say, "Cool," and let the silence grow, or you can show real curiosity and ask things like, "Where do you usually play? How long have you been playing? Do you play in tournaments? Are you part of a team?" Even if football doesn't interest you, when you show genuine curiosity, the conversation flows naturally. Because conversation is really just a chain of questions and answers, and the person who asks the questions controls the flow. The second method: listen more, not talk more. Most people think being a good conversationalist means talking a lot, but actually, it means listening more. We often start preparing our reply while the other person is still speaking. That's why we miss what they're really saying and end up replying awkwardly. But when you truly listen, you naturally ask better questions, and the conversation flows on its own. Like they say, most people listen to reply, not to understand. Don't be that person. The third method: find common ground. We instantly connect with people who share similar interests or backgrounds. Sometimes it's easy. You both love football, for example. Other times, it takes a bit more effort. But if you ask enough questions, you'll always find something in common. Once you do, steer the conversation there, and you'll see how smoothly it flows. The truth is, sometimes conversations go nowhere, and sometimes silence is unavoidable. When that happens, learn to embrace it. Don't panic. Silence is just silence. It passes. But if you apply these 3 techniques most of the time, you'll never run out of things to say again. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.